Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews. And today I finally got my Beast Deities Broly's in. Now, I did get these from 5K Toys. I did literally buy them or pay for them practically the last day that you could pay for them. Had to get it in. Now, if you've seen my unboxing, if I posted my unboxing right now, I thought they had sent me the other heads, like those light up heads and stuff. Thought I had paid for those. I didn't pay for those. That's why I got a refund. This is actually the box for the Super Saiyan 3 hair, which is wild. This box is huge. That's super crazy. This is the only one I've opened up so far. But here we are. We got all the fin rears. We got the gray head, the gold head, and then the black head. And obviously the boxes mean absolutely nothing. They called the hairs pin holders, and they called the faces emotion memory bookmarkers. But these are all the ones that go with each box. And these boxes are large. As you see, I had to pan out to give you the full perspective of the size of these boxes. I will say this, the shipping still shouldn't have been $60. They're not $60. The box wasn't $60 big, and the weight of the box wasn't $60 weight. So they definitely, 5K Toys definitely gypped us on the shipping prices. They definitely got their money's worth out of us on those shipping prices. They definitely gouged us there. But anyway, let's go ahead and get all of this stuff out of the boxes. I'm not really gonna go over the boxes really, because most of you've probably already seen reviews for these. So we're gonna bypass that and go straight into the review. Okay, so after about an hour of trying to put these guys together and sort everything out, I'm gonna start this video off a little different than I normally do. We're gonna start with the accessories first because there's so many, and then there's not as many that I need to show. So I know that's kind of weird to say, but I'm saying that because all of the hands are exactly the same, except for the Goku the Broly hand is holding Goku's face, and then the Vegeta hand that's holding Vegeta's head. Now this can be used with another. So this is just an SH Figure Arts Vegeta that I have, a Super Saiyan Vegeta that I have, and it fits on the peg perfectly. Why? They must have thought of this after the fact of this, because I couldn't find any of my Super Saiyan Goku actually SH Figure Arts. I don't have any Tonsin or Beast Deities Goku, Super Saiyan Gokus. So I think this might only work with one of theirs, but why would they then include the Vegeta head, the whole head? Like it's the whole head so you can just put the peg in there, whereas this one, it's just the hair, the front bang. So I don't like that. So unfortunately, I won't even be able to use that one. Here we have all the faces. Now the faces are essentially all the same. Amongst all three, they're all making the same expressions. For instance, these are the Super Saiyan 3. These are the Super Saiyan 3 faces here. And as you can see, he kind of has that chunky caveman type eyebrow. And then I believe these are called Super Saiyan 3 God Broly. These two right here. I do have another, now on the figure I have another Super Saiyan 3 face, but these are the two God Broly faces that you get. And then these are the hands, all the hands that you get. You get fist hands, blaster hands, kind of like choking hands and open hands. And then you get two hands to hold the effect pieces, which are on a different Broly right now. Here, I'll throw these in here just so you can see, but that's what these look like. So that's what those hands look like right there. And then if we pan out a little bit here, you can see we have the other Broly faces. Now, these Brolys are just the regular Super Saiyan Brolys. And one is from the movie 2 Broly, and the other one is from the original Super Dragon Ball Z Broly. Now these are these kind of green ones here. These are the Dragon Ball. These are the Dragon Ball Z regular Broly faces. I'm just showing you these because they kind of have the greenish eyebrows, and the other ones don't. So for instance, this Broly has just the yellow eyebrows. They're not like the greenish. So this is from the Broly movie 2. Just kind of showing you that. Then we have the Super Saiyan God, or Super Saiyan 3 God bangs. And so those are really, really dope. And that's pretty much it. You do get the 2 balls. You do get the 2 effect pieces. So those are really good, and they do have holes in them so you can fit them in the pegs in those hands to hold these. Where's the hole for this one? There you go. So you do have the holes for that. Then you have the cross arms. Now all the cross arms are exactly the same. They have the same exact gold, the same exact gem in them. None of these are different. Unfortunately, they don't have very much shading in them. So that's kind of a bummer. So they kind of contrast with the actual arms on the figure. But yeah, these are kind of pale. So, but they all are exactly the same. So I don't need to show you every single one of those. And then that is pretty much it for accessories. Unless you want to count these stupid wolf heads. We can count these wolf heads if you want. You get a yellow wolf, a black wolf, and a gray wolf. So you can count these dumb heads if you want. And then you can count these stupid hands if you want, these wolf hands. Although they are very textured and stuff. They're done really nicely. Obviously they wouldn't fit for Broly, but for some kind of monster creature or something, these would be really dope hands. But for Broly, they're useless. So anyway, that is it for the accessories. So let's actually move on to the figures. Alrighty, so here we have all 3 Brolys in the shot here. I'll move some of these accessories out the way. We have all 3 Brolys here in the shot. Now, all of them have the same exact articulation. I do want to go over some differences as far as sculpt, but I will say these 2 Brolys are exactly the same from the neck down. So the Super Saiyan 3 and the original Super Saiyan Broly from the first movie are exactly the same from the neck down. Technically, this one is also that way, but this one has the more tattered clothing. So this one is slightly different from the waist down. So that's the only difference, and obviously the color. Now, I did, obviously I've had all the same issues that everybody else was having. I did put the longer neck peg in this Broly. I haven't put it in these 2 Brolys because I want you guys to see the difference. This Broly, so you can see the difference here. This Broly is slightly taller by a little tiny bit, and his neck is a bit longer if you look at him side to side here. You tell me which one looks better to you. I honestly am not 100% sure. Obviously you get more articulation out of the longer peg, but I feel like there are some scenes where Broly does look really stumpy in the neck like this. So I'm kind of torn on exactly how I want these to be displayed. Same thing with Super Saiyan 3 Broly. He still has the short neck peg as well. I just don't know. I don't know how I feel about the neck pegs. Now, I will say this about the Super Saiyan 3 Broly. I truly believe this hair is heavier than the figure itself. This guy will not stand in a regular stance unless you kind of lean him forward a little bit. And he is always going to have a gap right here because this hair is unforgiving. He cannot look down unless you really like pose him looking down, and even still, you still can't get it. So it is huge and it is articulated, but this hair is wildly large and way too heavy to hold the figure up. And this is a sturdy figure. So for this to not be able to, withstand the absolute mass of this hair is a testament to the weight of this hair for sure, because it is wildly heavy. I mean, the whole body is leaning backwards. That's kind of why I had him in a stance, because he is very hard to stand and actually get him to look forward on the and look like for you to actually see his face on camera. Yep, there you go. But yeah, these dudes are super dope, no doubt. So let's go ahead and take a look at regular Broly. We'll move these guys off to the side. Oh, I did forget these stupid capes, these stupid black capes. I'll take one out of the package just for the hell of it, but they're really unnecessary. I think they could have left the capes out. I've thought about using one of these capes for the Variable Action Heroes Luffy, like when he had that black coat. But yeah, these capes are just nothing. Like there's nothing going on. They do have bendy wire in them. These could probably be repurposed for a custom, for like a Batman or something. But yeah, those capes are utterly useless. So anyway, I am gonna go ahead and go with the Broly with the long neck first, so you can see the full articulation with the longer neck. So looking up, he can look up if you don't kill yourself, because this hair is so fucking hard and spiky. You can look up that far, down super far, side to side. He does get that, so that's really good. We have the shoulder joints there, get way past parallel. Obviously, you can spin these all the way around, and you do have a butterfly joint. Now, as most of you might know, or maybe you don't, here's that butterfly joint. He does have a soft chest, not quite silicone, but it is very soft. Reminds me of the Storm collectibles. Bicep swivel there. Only 90 degrees basically for the elbow, which is quite disappointing. I thought I would be able to maneuver this a little bit more. Kinda. But yeah, you're not getting a whole lot of range out of that elbow, unfortunately. You got a hinge joint for the wrist. Now, as far as the torso is concerned, you do get twist out of the upper diaphragm like so. Crunching forward is pretty much not there. Backwards, you can get it. You might get some gapping. And then maybe you can activate the waist for a little bit of frontwards leaning, but there's not a whole lot going on. You do get a waist twist there. Now, super soft, which is where SH Figure Arts failed. They made this part hard, this little skirt piece hard. They made their super soft, so he can get the full-on splits. So that's really dope. Kicking forward, very, very good. Backwards, he has the butt cheeks back there, so Then we have the thigh swivel here, which is done very nicely. About 90, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit past 90 on the knee, which definitely wish he had more range. There's no boot swivel. Then as far as the ankles are concerned, there's like a little floating soft piece here, if you can see that. So you can get down that far, up that far, and you do get a relatively decent ankle rocker, and you do have some toe articulation there too. So it's better than the SH Figure Arts Broly in some cases, not so good in others. I do want to show you guys an easy way to get that large neck peg on. All right. So fortunately it was easy for me to get the peg out of this guy because it just popped off with the wolf head. So it was easy to get that one off. So I don't know if I'm going to have any trouble getting it off, but I definitely had issues getting it on. So let's move this guy off to the side, and we will pull in the movie 2 Broly. And just for shits and giggles, we can look at the articulation for the shorter peg. Nothing going up, going down is barely there, and side to side, that's a struggle side to side, like a struggle BBL. So that's not doing anything there. But let's go ahead and see if we can get this neck peg off. So we pop that off, pop this off, and let's see if we can get this neck peg off. Now I am going to grab a towel so I don't stab the shit out of myself, and let's see if I can crank this thing off and pop the neck peg out. I was able to do it with the other Broly. Nope. That is a very stiff peg. I'll be right back. I'll lube this up with some shock oil and let's see if we can get it out easier that way. Okay, now we finally have all the long neck pegs on every single figure. I do think it looks a little bit better. Actually, I mean, it looks quite a bit better. You, my guy, you don't need to stand forward like that. You can stand straight up. There we go. I do like the longer neck pegs. I do think I prefer those more. Out of which one? Now, let's just kind of go over. I haven't even really gone over anything yet. The good and the bad things about these guys. The bad things first. The spiky hair is it hurts so much. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. It is too much to deal with. Having to get a towel and stuff and swapping those heads out. Luckily, you'll never have to do that if you want to if you swap the longer neck peg out and you never plan on going back to the smaller pegs. But if you want to pose these guys, you're going to need a glove. You're going to need gloves or a towel or something because that hair is spiky as fuck. And then what else? The shading on the abs. Now, with my lighting, it's kind of hard to see, but it's too much in this specific area. Like right here, it's just too harsh. And then it's not as harsh anywhere else. They could have eased up on these little bits right here and just kept it maybe uniform down the middle. And then I just don't like those little bits at all, period. I don't like the sculpting of those little sharp ab pieces. I think they definitely could have done something different there. I am not a fan of that. What else? The articulation in the torso. Now, unfortunately, I didn't notice this in my copy, but it came with a little smudge on the movie 2 Broly, so that sucks. That's really only on my copy. But the ab articulation is really non-existent going forward. Backwards, you can do it a little bit, but forward, it's just not there. There is a modification that you can do. I do know about it. Whether or not I'm going to do it, I haven't made that decision yet. I really haven't even made the decision whether or not I'm going to keep any of these. I really only got them to review because I'm content with the SH Figure Arts Broly that I got back in like 2014. But these are really cool. These are really cool. So I don't know. I don't need like I think I got 5 Brolys in my collection if I include these 3. Who needs 5 Brolys, even though they make like 1,700 Gokus? So I mean, but still, I didn't even see the movie 2 Broly. I didn't even see that movie. And I know the Super Saiyan 3 Broly is from like some kind of 4D experience that they had somewhere. I don't know if it was in Japan or what. And that was really the only time Super Saiyan 3 God Broly showed up. I think Super Saiyan 3 Broly is from Dragon Ball Heroes or something, if I'm not mistaken. I did put on his Super Saiyan 3 God bang. So these are the bangs that he had, and they are ridiculous looking, in my opinion. They are, I don't know what they remind me of, but they definitely remind me of a different anime character. But the articulation, other than the abs, is pretty darn good. They are limited in the arms, as far as only getting 90 degrees in the elbow and about 90 degrees in the legs as well. But other than that, I think they're fantastic. The good things about them, the likeness to the size of them here. I am going to do some comparisons, but even still, I have this Vegeta kind of sitting here. I mean, Vegeta is they're dwarfing him. I mean, Vegeta is already a short character anyway, but yeah, that Vegeta is just it's just dwarfing them. Or not? Or they're dwarfing. No, they dwarf him, or is he dwarf? I don't know how that reference goes. I really don't know how that reference goes, but they're just gigantic compared to him. Now, let's go ahead and do some quick comparisons, and then we can go ahead and wrap things up here. Okay, and here they are next to the Super Saiyan. So you saw him earlier. Super Saiyan Vegeta, and then we got Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and then we have Super Majin Buu, and that's what he looks like. Majin Buu, look how much smaller Majin Buu is compared to him. Then look at the Broly, the SH Figure Arts Broly. Yeah, it's not even close. I mean, you move these guys over, and he was already huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was already massive compared to Goku and Vegeta. Now it is just not even close. It is so wild how big these figures are. They're absolutely ginormous. Whether you like that or not is subjective. That's up to you whether you think that's proper scaling or not. But this is kind of the perspective that I wanted to give you guys from these figures. So anyway, that's really the only comparison that I'm going to do. This review is already hella long, and the editing is going to be a pain in the ass, but I will get it out. So anyway, that's it for comparisons. Let's go ahead and close this thing out. So in conclusion, yeah, these guys are awesome. I mean, they're not perfect figures, but they are exactly what everybody says they are. They are fantastic. They are basically impossible to get now unless you go in the aftermarket and pay $250. I think they're I've seen anywhere from $185 to $250 a piece, maybe even more in some spots, $300. So that's nuts. So I definitely would recommend doing that. You know, there might be a possibility that Beast Deities does a re-release of these, but I don't know if that's something that company does. This is literally my first third-party Dragon Ball Z. These are my first third-party Dragon Ball figure, first third-party Dragon Ball figures, if I can freaking talk. And so I don't know if they do, like Tonsin or Beast Deities or whatever, if they do re-releases or not. I can't imagine that they do, because I have a feeling that they kind of like the allure of their of the aftermarket being so expensive on their figures. So I don't know, maybe, but I mean, if you can get your hands on them for cheap, or if you already got them, or if you got them, if they're on their way, then you will enjoy them thoroughly. Now, whether or not I'll be keeping these is still to be determined. I don't see the reason to have three extra Brolys. Now, I have the Dragon Ball Super Broly. I didn't do a comparison to him because I kind of just think it's irrelevant, because these aren't meant to be that Broly. So that's why I only did it to the original Dragon Ball Z Broly figure from SH Figure Arts. But anyway, that is it for the review. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.